whether it's age, whether it's somebody in his ear, whether something's different, and I think everybody
S
notices that.
the smell test ain't passing.
Yeah. And now him and his team, I mean, you can tell that they seem worried about the overall polls. His overall approval rating right now is hovering in the mid to high 30s, and his approval of handling the economy and Iran war is even lower. And what's funny is the Democrats aren't doing any damn better. Both parties are sitting at historically weak favorability numbers around 36 to 39%. A record number of voters, about 45%, now call themselves independents. That's what I'm talking about. You know,
Yeah.
and I'm not married to any single poll. Okay. So what I was looking at a bunch of different polls, and that's how I pulled these numbers out. And I look at the polls like you ever watch the hurricane spaghetti model?
No, I've never
So
heard
when
of
a
that before.
hurricane's coming up on the coast, they got a spaghetti model, and the spaghetti model just got just lines going everywhere, and then they got a cone of uncertainty, and then you have the center where they think it's going to go.
Mhm.
So when you're looking at the polls, you look at the spaghetti model, and you're taking the average of it. And where's that average at? And that's where I feel you get the best information. You
Mhm.
don't just take it right. So that's what I did with this. And the whole point is the midterms are coming, and both parties their support is just dropping off, and I love it because they're shut. People are saying, "Look, we don't have to be a binary choice. Somebody's got to earn our vote. You know, we're just not voting because you're a Republican and I'm registered a Republican. No, we're not doing that. I don't like what you're doing. I'm not voting for you, and I think that's great. You know."
Mhm.
But I think also with the midterms coming up, I think the politics are driving some of the decisions that's going on more now than the strategy. And that's scary. And I'm sure that's going on a lot, in time. The problem is I've never noticed it. So it never really bothered me before.
Mhm.
And I ran across this quote this week. It's Carl von Clausewitz. He said, "War is a continuation of politics by other means. War isn't some isolated fight. It's politics with violence." And it's like,
Mhm.
that hits different when you realize, that when you understand, I'm not going to say I understand politics, but when you actually see politics and you see how this actually goes into war, yes. So we couldn't agree on something, politically. So you know what? Let's fight about it.
Mhm.
That's basically it's a temper tantrum. That's what it is. War is a temper tantrum, basically.
It is.
Yeah.